If you want to hear and see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and follow to the KAIROS Pro Jiu-Jitsu podcast. Today, I'm going to have a chat with Matyas Jonas from Total Nottingham, because he is one of the competitors on the under 66 kg pro male athletes on KAIROS 3 on Sunday, the 16th of November, up at Escapology BJJ. Matty, it's so lovely to have you on the show.
It's nice to be
Give
here. Thank
me,
you.
sorry to interrupt you. Right, give me a quick rundown as to your rank, your kind of competition background, and then we can talk a bit more about KAIROS 3.
Yeah, so pretty much I've been training for around 10 years now, grappling-ish. So I did 5 years of judo before I got into jiu-jitsu. So I started off with judo when we came over to England. I was going to get into wrestling, but they didn't really have that here in England. So we started off with judo, and when I turned 15-ish, they started to allow like submissions, arm bars, chokes, and stuff like that. So everyone rushed to like a jiu-jitsu place to start training straight away. And yeah, we just discovered that there was a place pretty close to us, and yeah, I've just been there since. I sort of just shifted over now. I've been training properly, like full time, for around 2-3 years ish, and yeah, I came third in the Europeans, and I came fifth in the World Championships not too long ago. So it's been going pretty good. I've been really enjoying it. Competing, it's always been very close to me.
I love speaking with people that are full-time athletes. Talk me through what that means for you, especially as you've been full-time athlete for kind of 2 to 3 years. What does your routine, your kind of training camps, and all of those types of things look like?
Well, normally it just looks like really basic, the same thing over and over. It's really repetitive. It's just get up around 10ish, train in the morning, get home, have a bit of food, train at home, go for a run, gym, and then back in the evening I do coaching 4 times a week, and then just the continuous training. But it's really funny you mention it, because when I got invited over to this competition, the timing was so perfect, because it was this year actually that I decided to start university, because I felt like I just wanted to get out of the way now, because I've been pushing it in front of me. And yeah, so the full time has been so difficult to juggle with university, but yeah, it's just trying to find a new way to do it. I'm going to start probably training like in the mornings a bit more, like 6 a.m. sessions, go to university. I actually came back to this from university today. I just had to like rush back because I did like an experiment, and yeah, so just trying to balance it.
So I'm interested now. What are you studying at university?
I chose biomedical sciences.
Okay. And
Yeah.
your future to be, what are you envisaging after your kind of university career?
Well, the whole plan was just like choose something to like fall back on, really, if this doesn't work out. I wanted to be like, if for whatever reason, like jiu-jitsu will always be the top priority for me. Like even when I'm at university during the lectures, I see everyone's like really focusing, really like studying and everything. And I'm doing it as well, but at the same time just missing it because I'm checking the time. I know I should be there training, with everyone. That's when the sessions are on.
Yeah.
And but yeah, just trying to manage it. It's been going on all right so far.
Good.
So yeah.
Now, I'm interested with biomedical now. What sort of things are you doing in this biomedical degree? I'm assuming it's degree as it's at university.
Yeah. It's a bachelor's degree. Pretty much all it is so far. I've just started 3 modules. It was living systems, introduction to biochemistry, and just doing some practical techniques like lab work and stuff like that. It's been difficult, because I don't really know what leads to what, but
Okay.
I just thought it'll be good because I enjoy biology. I've always been good at it when I was in school. So I thought, and I had a chat with a couple of people. So yeah, it should be all right. But yeah, jiu-jitsu is 100% the top thing for me still. Like, yeah.
I love that. Now, when you're in lectures or in labs or whatever you're doing with university, whilst you're thinking about the timing of the jiu-jitsu classes and the fact that everyone else might be out there training and you're not, because you're learning and developing your kind of academic side of your life, are you creative? Do you kind of doodle? Do you sketch? Do you draw? Or is it really encapsulated in your mind?
No, it's just in my mind. You see, like yeah, a lot. I always miss it. Like I can always check my phone. Like what I noticed is you know, when I was training continuously, I was always there training, you know, showing up, always, you know, just putting in the work as much as I can. But now what I'm feeling is
Yeah.
because I kind of like to multitask. I feel like taking time a bit away from it. Every time when I'm there training, I feel like I'm pushing myself a lot more. If you know what I mean, I'm thinking even more about it because I feel like now it's a little
Yeah.
bit like taken away. So I feel like I'm there much more like in the head, you know, thinking
Yeah.
about it, trying to work on stuff. So I think
Yeah.
there's positives and negatives with it, but yeah,
It all
it's been going
sounds
right.
very positive to me. Certainly, my approach is to spend a lot of time thinking and kind of less time doing. But you're building up your strategy with mindset prior to actually taking part and doing the thing. How has your mindset kind of developed over your pro athlete kind of full time training? Have you seen a shift from when you first started to now?
Definitely, 100%. I mean, I started this whole competition and sport thing when I was 9. I've always been very close to sport, and I really like to see like how I changed over time.
Mm,
What I'd say is right now, I feel like I'm in the best state when it comes to like competitions than I've ever been in. Like, you know, everyone has up and downs, you know, with the competitions, and it took me a time to like figure out what works for me. But I
yeah,
feel like now I'm able to like get into the best mindset that works for me in terms of competition. And yeah, like I said, I think university really did give me a push because I, even though I'm there away from training, I'm just like really thinking about it. I'm there. I really want to be there. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And just work. And so that's pushing me a bit, like to make up for it. If you know what I mean?
I like that. Any kind of more time to dedicate to jiu-jitsu, mindset or kind of in person is always great. Now you mentioned judo. Is this something we're going to see in your game?
Well, hopefully, yeah. I always try to push it. Yeah, I always prefer stand up a lot more. I love the game of it. It's
Yeah,
really active for me, which is what
yeah.
I prefer. I feel like you can really push it there in the stand up game.
So can I assume that gi is your preference at the moment, or are you kind of across both gi and no gi?
Well, truth be told, I am more of a gi person. Yeah, I've always been because of judo, but you know, ever since the competition has been announced, and I've been invited. I've been dedicating quite a bit of time to no gi, thinking about stuff that I want to do, what works, what doesn't work, and just trying to yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, cross shift it, see what's working where.
Yeah. And have you found anything to kind of migrate from gi to no gi in your judo part of your game that is been really helpful?
I'd say so. Yeah, there's a few bits and bobs that I really want to try out and see like under pressure if it still works or not here and there.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me some examples. We're talking very generally at the moment, Matty, and I'm interested in some of the details without necessarily giving your game away. I like talking with you, but I need to draw out some of those details.
Well, obviously, you know the lack of grips was the first thing that comes to mind. Obviously, when switching to nogi, so
Yeah,
for me, you know, it's just lockdown because of in judo, really, the way we always got taught is, you know, with the grips, it needs to be locked in, needs to be tight. That's like the whole anchor point, if you know what I mean. And that's
yeah,
completely taken away in the nogi. So I've just been, you know, working a bit on like more gripping stuff. You know what I mean, like what's the best places, you know, to like secure positions, like holds and everything, side control stuff like
yeah,
that. Because even in jiu-jitsu, like whenever I'm doing gi, I always like prefer to like anchor myself to the person that I'm sparring with, if you know what I mean, because I
yeah,
feel more secure. Whereas
yeah,
obviously with the nogi, there's a bit more space, a bit more separation. So in terms of like takedowns, over the past, I've been working on a couple of throws that does cross into nogi, like above hip throws, tried a bit of wrestling. So yeah, actually, I went back to Hungary and trained with a European champion family. Actually, it's been going quite well. So yeah, it's been going a bit of more wrestling style, if you know what I mean, rather than
good.
actually judo key
I
style.
like I like that. I'm really looking forward to seeing some fantastic throws. I've just been speaking with Capri for one of the super fights, and yeah, we started talking about some kind of good throws, but it sounds like it's going to come out in the the pro division. Uh, Between you and a number of the other competitors. Now, have you met any of them, the ones that have already been announced on the mats so far?
Never before. I have seen them before. I've seen a bits and bobs of their game, but never
Yeah.
actually face to face before.
Okay. So this is your first super fight for KAIROS?
Yeah, that's correct for KAIROS. Yeah, it's my first one.
Okay. But you've done super fights prior to this?
Actually, I have one this weekend lined up. So yeah, this would be my first one. It's really started kicking off. Like what I said before, like the timing wise, that when I started university, these things I felt like started rolling in a little bit more. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I got one planned for this weekend.
Fantastic. Well, I'm wishing you all the luck. And this is the KAIROS Pro Jiu Jitsu podcast with me, Lou Temlett, coming to you from the UK. One of the things that would really help this show grow is by you subscribing on whichever podcast platform you are listening or watching on. And as always, go and check out the clips on YouTube and Instagram at KAIROS Pro Jiu Jitsu. The sponsors of this year's event, KAIROS 3, are 866 Jiu Jitsu and Wellness Camp, Gi Repair Lab, Scramble Brand, Jits Magazine, Jiu Jitsu Lou Podcast, Bitug, and Tansoft. Today, I'm having a conversation with Matyas Jonas. So, Matty, you've got a super fight coming up. Have you, obviously, you haven't fought any of the competitors in this division in the under 66 kg professional male athlete division before. Who are you looking forward to fighting with the most?
I mean, when I saw the list of people that have been announced, I've really jumped on all the profiles, to be honest. So I'm really looking to fight with everyone. Name wise, I feel like if I just say one person, that would downgrade everyone. But I really don't want to say that. You know what I mean?
You're welcome
A
to say
couple
it.
of
I
them.
mean,
A couple of them.
good. That's fine. That's fine. I'm still
Yeah.
trying to draw out the detail from you, Matty. We'll convert you to giving details at some point. Obviously, we've got Daniel and Tommy, who were part of the super fight for KAIROS 2. Their games are always exceptional. And I know when I've spoken with Issa, he is as a purple belt, he is most interested in fighting some of the black belts, really to test his own skill and ability and kind of performance level. Is that the same for you?
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like I feel like this will be a really chance for me to like develop my jiu-jitsu game. I feel like it's a really big opportunity to be able to fight against some high level guys, like you said, Tommy. I've really been looking forward to this fight, to be honest. So yeah, I just wanna do the best I can possibly do, and I feel like it'll be a really good learning curve as well.
Yeah, I think that's always the phase for any of us that compete or take part in super fights. It's having that opportunity to kind of benchmark, see how we're performing, and then continue to grow and develop on the back of there. What do you think is going to be your biggest learning point on the back of KAIROS 3?
Definitely, I think it will showcase some of the technical points I still need to work on in my game. I feel like this is the level where like one small mistake is going to be really utilized on and taken advantage of. So I feel like it really highlight those effects.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the pressure of it. Like these guys are really top level guys, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. On a number of the previous episodes, we've kind of talked about friendliness and kind of getting to know fellow competitors a bit more. Is that your mindset when you go to competitions in general? Do you kind of chat and get to know other competitors, or are you kind of quite stone faced and going in as if you're the only one there?
Not really. I'm always open to talking with people. It always depends on who's there, what the other person is like. I'm a bit of both. It always depends on the day, you see. Like sometimes I love to have a chat with these guys, get to have a talk with them. Normally it happens in my competitions after the fights.
Yeah.
Like, waiting at the podium, or, when we go off the mats, we always have a good conversation. It always depends on whoever is there, to be honest. I'm always open for a chat. Yeah.
Good. And before we started recording, I asked if you were being accompanied by your team to KAIROS 3. And probably like some of us, you tend to go to these events on your own. You're in your own mindset. And that's a preference for some of us. But what does that kind of give you in terms of your competitive edge, your mindset, your ability to focus? What benefits does that bring for you?
It's a pretty good question. I'd say because I'm normally there, like, well, for most competitions, like we always like go to the same ones.
Yeah,
But if I have to compare where people aren't there versus when they are, I just feel like there's a bit of less pressure on me. I can just I prefer sometimes to before competitions just like sit, just think, not really talking, just
yeah,
being in the zone, and yeah, that kind of draws me in. But at the same time, when there's people there, friends that you train with, it always gives a boost.
yeah,
But it's just always been like that, especially like in my early days of competing. I was always just me that competitions. But where I train now at Total, it's one of the best teams I've ever trained. I absolutely love training with everyone there, and yeah, everyone's very supportive. So I wouldn't be surprised if
good.
some of them are gonna try to come down or not. So we'll see.
Oh, amazing. Now, who are you mostly kind of training with? I'm expecting under 66 kg fighters to kind of get a sense for what Kairos might be like. But feel free to talk about your kind of, competitive training camp with others.
You'd be surprised, but I normally just train with people who are a lot bigger than me, a lot heavier than me. It's
Yeah,
the person that's probably closest to me in weight at our gym is Irian Brooks, which
yeah,
you know that was a pinnacle point being able to train with him. Like for the
yeah,
last 6 years that we've been training together, every single day he rips my head off. You know what I mean? And I can't really do anything about it. But he's a lovely guy. It's really good to train with him. In terms of weight class, he's the closest that I have to get a feel for what it's like to train with
yeah,
fight with people against in this category on the 66.
yeah,
But yeah, I always just felt that like weight isn't really that big of a deal for me when it comes to fighting people because I'm always the
yeah,
lightest. I'll always be the smallest. So
yeah.
yeah,
I think I've recently spoken, obviously, with a number of the under 66 kg male fighters, kind of competitors, and um, it's quite rare to have everybody in the same mat space. So I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic event, and to just have the kind of pleasure of being able to fight and kind of compete and have matches with. Um, exactly the same weight category is a joy. There are so many of us that train jujitsu, lots of different ages, lots of different weight categories, lots of different ranks, and it feels quite normal to train with lots of different people. But actually, to hone our skill and ability down to our exact weight category and rank or kind of range of ranks is quite special, I think.
100%. Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, I like that. It does. Yeah, when it happens, yeah, which is rarely at our gym, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
I think it's going to be a fantastic event, and I think we underestimate the value that seeing and measuring our own performance against someone that is like us. That there's lots of talk around: do you play your own game? Do you then switch to play your opponent's game? What do you think is going to be your strategy?
It's always been the same for me. I always just try to play my game because I feel like that's the only thing that's going to help me get it right, if you know what I mean,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
future. So I always just try to play my game, try to just force the things that I want to do, which obviously doesn't always work. There's been some good times where it's really backfired, but that would be the general idea: just to go in there, do what I do every day
yeah.
normally, and just as less mistakes as possible, if you know what I mean.
Good. And of course, there is a £2,500 prize pot. How are you feeling about that? Is that driving you forward any more than it might have been?
I've been thinking about this, and to be honest, for me, the money isn't really making that big of a difference. Being able to step on the mat with these guys is more than enough for me. Um, I mean, in terms of
Yeah,
like technique and skills, I'm really going to have a good day, I think, being tested there. So I think the money is always going to competition because everyone puts in a lot more effort, which I like. They're more focused on it. There's more pressure, so more pressure to perform, and I like that environment. So I'm not too fussed about the money really. Just
yeah.
I think it'll be a really good experience for me either way. And
Okay. So when you do win the £2,500, Matty, and you pull your skill and ability out of the bag, what are you going to spend it on?
I haven't really thought about this. I need a new gi, to be honest. So yeah, maybe there are a couple of new gis,
Yep.
but definitely towards the Europeans, I think. Definitely towards the
Fantastic.
Europeans. That'll be the plan. I haven't really thought about this at all, to be honest.
Okay, there's
But yeah,
time. We're only maybe a couple of weeks away, but you've got time now to think about what that means to you and how you're going to spend it. Who knows?
we'll see.
I
We'll see.
believe in you, Matty. You can do this.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have anything else to add before we wrap up this episode?
Not really. It's been a pleasure to have a chat with you, Lou. It's been awesome to come on the show finally. I've seen some of your stuff before, like you said, with the guys that you did it at the gym. Yeah, and not really. I'm just really excited. I just can't wait to go on the mats. Just ready to go.
Well, we will be supporting you from afar until KAIROS 3 on the 16th of November up at Escapology BJJ. We'll be thinking about you in your lectures, labs and seminars, thinking about jiu-jitsu and knowing that you just want to be on the jiu-jitsu mats, continuing your athlete status and journey.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Tell your friends about this show. Go and follow all of the competitors and sponsors for KAIROS 3. All the links will be in the show notes. Thanks again for listening. Catch you on the next episode of the KAIROS Pro Jiu Jitsu podcast.